So, I was going to use my daughter's television as a monitor today. So I sat there. These two stories are intertwined, so just bear with me. I sat there doing my makeup, waiting for her to wake up. So I thought I'd go natural. Kind of like what you saw in my yellow video. I call it the yellow video because it was very yellow. This video looks nice and white and bright, and hopefully my face does not look like a ghost because my ring light is barely on. I do have natural lighting coming in, as you know. Played with the settings. I'm just trying to play with things to see what I like and what looks best for the time of day that I film. So I was doing my makeup, waiting for my daughter to get up because I wanted to use her television, which you can probably see in the corner right here. So as I was waiting for her, the natural makeup got more and more and more and more intense, till it turned out to be a smoky eye with a vampy lip. But the point of that story was, and I have another story to tell you if you don't mind, but the point of that story was is she brought me the TV, and that was it. No power cord, no remote, just the television. And I asked her, where's the power cord? She goes, I said, isn't it in the back? Did it fall in the back of your dresser? Is it plugged to the socket? She goes, I can't find it. I can't find it. I have to clean my room. I can't find it. Okay. What about the remote? She said, I don't know. My room's a mess. Can't find my remote. So what good is this hunk of plastic going to do for me today without a power cord and a remote? Tell me, Morgan, if you're watching this, I know you're subscribed to me, but you never comment. I want you to watch this video. This hunk of plastic that you gave me is useless. I want to use it as a monitor because my little LCD, screen on the side of my camera, what's it called? I'm losing it. But that thing right there. It's about 3 inches by 3 inches. Yeah, I don't have my contacts on. I can't see. So this TV is useless to me today. So I'm kind of irritated with you, but it's a happy irritated because I love you. And hopefully you can hear me in the next room, as well as maybe watch this video when it comes out and find that power cord for me, and also find that remote because I can't change the input without the remote. So hopefully the next videos you see from me, she will have cleaned her room, found those two things, and we'll be able to make it a little bit easier for Michelle to do her videos. Okay, so let me welcome everybody to Vintage to Vixen. Thank you for being here. I truly appreciate it. Yep, that's the old school Michelle. Morgan and I were just talking about that. And welcome to my videos. Let's do the video card transition of Vintage to Vixen, and then we'll get on to that story that I was supposed to tell you yesterday, but I forgot. And then we'll move on to the title of this video. So welcome to Vintage to Vixen. Okay, so yesterday I was going to tell you this story, and I kind of have to be quiet because my window's open, and it's about my neighbor. I was getting ready to do my yellow video. Let's call it what it is. Let's call it the yellow video because I didn't change the camera settings. It was dark, like I said before. And when I went to go edit it, that was the best I could do. Could not take all the yellow out. So it is what it is. So I was going to tell you the story in the yellow video yesterday, but I forgot because I ramble. I tend to just, it just tends to run away from me, like I said before. So, doing my makeup, sitting at my desk right over there, windows open. because it was hot in here. And all of a sudden, I heard my neighbor, I won't say their names for privacy reasons because they are not here to defend themselves, but it's a funny story. At least because I was a third party listening to it, it's funny to me. It might not be funny to them, but it's really kind of funny to me. So, sitting there doing my makeup, I had just put Tucker, my dog, my lab, outside to use the restroom, came back up here and was going to just touch up, do some final highlight going on, and maybe touch up my lipstick, or blot my lipstick rather, and then run back downstairs and let him in. Well, sat at the desk and started piling on more makeup as usual. All of a sudden, and I'm sorry I didn't have my camera on or my mic going because my expressions would have been priceless, because I'm sure they were. So, Tucker was outside, and all of a sudden I heard my neighbor go, she starts screaming. I'm thinking she's being attacked. She is screaming. She is swearing. Like, okay, I swear when I'm by myself. Yeah, I stub my toe. A few choice words come out of my mouth. Or if I'm really, really super, super angry, I will swear. Her swearing makes me feel like what she said yesterday for a good 15 minutes makes me feel as a good little Catholic girl that I have to go to confession now because of what I heard. I can't tell you word for word what she said, and I couldn't see her out the window because I got up to go look, because that's the nosy neighbor that I am. So I go to the window, and all of a sudden I hear, oh my God, the dog jumped the fence, he's attacking my dog. And she kept saying her dog's name. I can't remember, it fell out of my head. She is swearing up a storm. And then it clicks that my dog Tucker is outside. Now we have 6-foot wooden fences in our backyard, a fence that's adjoining my yard to my neighbor's yard, right next door. So I'm thinking it's my dog Tucker has jumped the fence. Now, Tucker's 7 years old. He's got a little bit of a spare tire. I call him my little sausage. But that doesn't mean if he gets it in his head that he won't try and jump that fence. Can he jump that fence? If he gets it in his head, he probably could. But, anyway, so he probably could jump that fence, but he didn't. So I'm freaking out because I am thinking it's Tucker who jumped the fence and is trying to attack her dog. Now, in the meantime, I'm not hearing any yelping, any crying, any screaming. I don't hear her say there's blood gushing everywhere. So I did hear that. So I was like, okay. But I freaked out because I thought Tucker was the one who jumped the fence. So I run down the stairs, fly down like a bat out of hell, go to the back sliding door, ready to yell for Tucker or run out the back door, run out I have 2 gates that open up onto my driveway, and I was going to run out those 2 gates and then run down the driveway to get into her backyard. So, as I'm running through the kitchen, I look down and there's Tucker waiting for me by the sliding door like the good dog that he is. He has no idea what's going on in the backyard. So, number one, I was like, thank God it's not Tucker. Wipe the forehead, let him in. I come back up here because I'm nosy and I want to hear this story transpire. I'm so into it right now that I have to hear what happens with this story. So anyway, she's continuing. What had happened was a neighbor of ours, another neighbor, was walking his dog off leash. Her dogs were in the backyard. His dog decided to hop the 6-foot fence, and I don't know what kind of dog he had because they have all trees, privacy, like a whole privacy row of trees on their side of the fence. So I can't really see people. I could see feet, I could see legs. I couldn't see what was going on. Plus, you know, not wearing the contacts, so only had the hearing going on as my sense. So apparently the neighbor who was walking his dog off leash had heard her dogs in the backyard and decided to hop the fence because he wanted to play with them. The homeowner, my neighbor, runs out because she thinks her dogs are being attacked. He was just chasing them around the backyard. He wasn't attacking them, he was playing with them. She had it in her head and looked at this situation that her dogs were being attacked by this strange dog who was being walked off leash in our neighborhood where we live. So her head is spinning like The Exorcist. Swear words are coming out. I have never heard, I can swear with the best of them. I truly can. But the amount of cussing that I heard from my neighbor was undescribable. She was like The Exorcist with her head spinning with pea soup coming out of her mouth. That's how hoppin' mad she was. She was pissed. And that's as mild as I can put it. So she's screaming at the guy, and the guy is like, lady, calm down, calm down. Your dog's okay. I'm sorry. I have a leash right here. I'll put my dog on the leash. I'll get out of your yard. It's okay. It's okay. He's trying to calm her down. In the meantime, she's freaking out. Head is spinning, screaming, cussing, yelling. I mean, it just kept going on and on and on and on and on. And I'm going, oh my gosh, you know. So the guy finally takes his dog and is like, it's fine, lady, your dog's okay. I'm sorry. I'll leave, okay? So he goes through the back gate, shuts the back gate. He walks out down the driveway and he's getting ready to leave. Two things happen. My neighbor's husband drove up from work, and then she decided she wasn't done with his butt, so she comes out the back gate to yell at him some more. So she's still yelling at him and pointing her finger, and I could kind of see her between the trees. I could see fingers. I could hear what was going on more than I could see what was going on. But I did see my neighbor, who I won't name, like I said, for privacy reasons. He pulls up in his truck, and he kind of, you know how when you walk into the middle of a conversation, you're like, huh? You know, he walks up, and the neighbor's diffusing the situation. The woman is screaming. The husband is confused, and he says to them, whoa, can somebody tell me what the hell is going on here? So then they proceed to tell the story that I just told you. So the husband tells the wife, honey, is the name of the dog, I can't remember, is the dog okay? Yes, she is. Is she bleeding? No, she's not. Are any bones broken? No, I don't think so. Is our other dog okay? Yes, she is. Is she bleeding? No, she's not. Are any of her bones broken? No, I don't think they are. Then what's the freaking problem? He said he was sorry. It was an accident. And then her head starts spinning at her husband. Oh my God, I was dying. I was laughing so hard at what was going on because it was like something you would see in a movie. It was so funny. The neighbor was like, whoa, lady, calm down, it's okay. And then all of a sudden she turns and starts screaming at her husband because he's telling her to calm down and she doesn't want to calm down. She's hopping mad. Okay, she gets mad at both of them, goes through the gate, marches on the rocks. And you can tell when somebody's mad when they're marching on rocks. And she's just, you know, and I can hear her mumbling, Couldn't make out what she was saying. So she walks into her house. The neighbor and the husband are chatting on the driveway. Couldn't hear what they were saying because they were talking a little bit lower because they were a lot more calmer and had a lot more sense to the situation. And then all of a sudden, about a minute later, so I think the situation is done. And then all of a sudden I go back to my makeup table and I heard really loud from my makeup table, which is about 6 feet away from the window. I heard really loud. She did a 180, came out the front door and said, "Hey, I'm sorry. Have a nice day." And I could just, there was like dead air for like 3 seconds. And I could just imagine what he was thinking. Here she was, her head was spinning like The Exorcist. The husband, her head is spinning at him like The Exorcist. And then she comes out and she's as calm as could be. All right, I hope I got the whole story in there. So that's my story of my neighbors that happened yesterday that I wanted to tell you, but like I said, my mouth ran away from me. So I'm so sorry that was so long. I'm sure that took about 10 minutes. So let's get to why you're here. This is a small haul. Okay, so I did make an order from MAC. I did get this yesterday, and I did make a small order from MAC. I only wanted to order a couple of things. There were several other things that I wanted, but I only kept it to the two that I really, really needed, that I use every day. These are a staple when I do my makeup. I cannot do my makeup without these two products. So the first product I'm going to show you is the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. How I use this has multiple uses. I use it as a makeup setting spray and it leaves me very dewy and glowy. I do not have it on today. I have more of a matte look going on today. And I really like it. I'm usually a very dewy, glossy type of foundation type look. But today I went matte. Not too much highlighter going on. Not too much going on the cheeks. And I'm really liking it with this makeup look. But I did get the MAC Prep and Prime. This is the rose scented version. You know me, I love roses. Yellow roses are my favorite, but I love the smell of rose. I like the rose that actually smells like the flower and not the synthetic type rose, because the synthetic type rose is not appealing to me. I like the fresh rose smell. And I open this and it smells like roses. It smells really, really good. So I did get that. I will show you what the bottle looks like in case you do not know what the MAC Fix Plus is. It's just a clear bottle. I spray this, like I said, as a makeup setting spray. You can spray your brush. Use your metallic shadows to intensify the metallic particles in the shadow. You can use it to wet the brush and intensify your highlight. It has multiple uses. All right, and then I got a brand new, nice and smooth and creamy MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. I would show you the current one I'm using, but it's disgusting. I have had it for a really long time. It hasn't gone bad, surprisingly. Usually cream products are, the open jar date is about a year, and it doesn't say back here, but usually cream products are about a year. Count how many times I said really old. I think I counted how many years when I said really old. Count how many times I said that. That's how many years old it is. Yeah, I can't bring myself to say it. Yeah, it's past its prime. It's those of you, well, this is what it looks like. Let me show you what it looks like so you know, so you kind of have a frame of reference. I'll punch in. This is what it looks like. It's a cream color base that I use for all of my eyeshadow looks. It takes out all of the veining, neutralizes everything. It's yellow. I have yellow undertones, as I said before, in my skin tone. So I like to use that as a base for my eyeshadow, and it helps for my eyeshadow to stick to it so it stays and it doesn't go anywhere throughout the day. So my old soft ochre paint pot is so old that it's starting to come away from the glass pot on the sides. It's shrinking away from the glass pot. It's cracking all over the place. Plus it has a hole in the middle where I take my brush, and that's probably why it's still good, because I use a brush and slop it on my eyelids and then use my finger to smooth it out. That's probably why it doesn't smell and it hasn't went bad yet. Is it safe to use on my eyes? Probably not. It's past its prime. So I finally broke down and got a new one so I could chuck that one in the garbage. It is too gross to even put in an empties video unless I clean it out. Maybe I might do that because it's disgusting and nobody needs to see that. Anyway, gonna restart my camera. Too chatty. Be right back. Okay, there's not too many products in here, I promise. So let me scoot back. I am sitting on a pillow because this dining room chair hurts my back, and so let's get on with it because it hurts. So I got some new makeup sponges so I can throw the 10 that I've been using. Yeah, those are another disgusting makeup tool that I've been using. Not Real Techniques, although there might be a couple by Real Techniques, but I have Eco Tools, I have Sonia Kashuk, I have a beauty blender I've had for about 7 years. That's finally past its prime. Need to throw that out. Yeah, I have a lot of makeup sponges that I use, that I try and alternate. Well, after a while, they don't come clean anymore, no matter what you use. I do use the Dr. Bronner's Castle soap when I clean my makeup sponges, and they do come out pretty clean, a lot cleaner than other things that I've tried. But the only problem with the Dr. Bronner's is that it eats away at the sponge. So yeah, that's not good. So it's kind of the life expectancy of your sponge is not good when you use that, but it does really clean it and sanitize it. That's why I use it. So I just have to buy makeup sponges more often. My eyes water like crazy when I wear makeup, especially when I tightline and I put a black pencil in my waterline like I do today. I have to do that first, let my eyes water, pat them dry, wait. That's why it takes me so long to do my makeup, because I have to, my eyes water, and if I go on with the steps, it will ruin the rest of my eye look. And that's just, who wants to start over? Like I said in my last video, who wants to start over after they do their makeup? So I've been trying different steps to try and avoid having tears ruin my eyeshadow and tears ruin my concealer. So I spent some extra money and got this concealer because it was highly reviewed. And this is the Lâncome Effervescence Waterproof Long-Lasting Under Eye Concealer, and I'm in the shade 210 Light Buff. And I'm gonna punch in so you can actually see my concealer. I love this stuff. It is amazing. It is everything Lisa Eldridge said here on YouTube. She is an amazing makeup artist. I love her. She's great. And if it's good enough for her, it's good enough for me. I believe she is the creative director for Lâncome, so she may have had something to do with creating this product. I'm not quite sure. Or maybe it existed before she came on board. I'm not sure, but she recommended it in one of her videos and it stuck with me and I've always wanted to try it. So I'm in the shade, what did I say? 210 Light Buff, and it's the perfect shade for me. It's sort of a yellowy neutral and you only need a tiny little bit. And I just use my ring finger to pat it in. So after my whole eye look is complete, I will put my concealer on. My foundation will already be on, but one of the last steps I do is my concealer, and then I powder, and then I do my bronzer, blusher, and highlight, and then boom, I'm done. So I wore this yesterday just to see if it was the right color, to see if it would oxidize, and I put it on. I didn't film yesterday. No, I don't think I filmed yesterday. So I didn't prep my face. I didn't even get up and wash my face. I was lazy. I had the night before's eye cream underneath my eye, so it wasn't very moisturized. But I put this on, set it with my Laura Mercier, and it looked like I had just freshly moisturized my face the way the concealer looked underneath my eye. It looked amazing, and it still looks amazing. I put it on, it dried, but it moves with your skin. It doesn't feel tight. When I had it on yesterday, I had it on for about 6 or 7 hours before I went to bed, and I finally washed my face. And I only had it on underneath one eye, and I powdered it with my Laura Mercier. And I looked in the harsh lighting in my bathroom. It hadn't split, it hadn't cracked, I had an allergy attack where I had an allergy attack, and I also started sneezing, so I had tears running in the corner. Couldn't even tell it ruined my concealer. This stuff is incredible. And talking too much again, cut off right in what I was saying. Yep. Bought the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder in the shade Translucent. Yep, I'm cheating on Laura Mercier. I can't believe I'm doing it. This was a recommendation from someone on YouTube. I can't remember who I actually heard it from, but they said that they liked it better than the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. That is a big claim to put out there on the internet, and I believe this influencer has millions of followers. If it's who I remember who said it, I'm not quite sure if he said it, but I think he did, but I don't want to put it out there in case he didn't say it. So this influencer said that this powder was better than the Laura Mercier, that he liked it a lot better. So I put it in my cart, and I fully expected this powder not to live up to my Laura Mercier. I think it's more finely milled than the Laura Mercier, and the Laura Mercier is very finely milled. It's the same color. It's like a vanilla translucent color. I don't know what's in this powder. Ethereal setting powder. It's very silky. My under eyes feel so soft and so hydrated that I'm shocked. It's a new feeling for me, because usually my under eyes feel like I have spackle, that you spackle your walls when you do drywall. That's what it usually feels like with my concealer. So I got this powder fully expecting to take it back, that it was not going to live up to Laura herself. And I love it. It is amazing, amazing, amazing. So that is it. Hopefully this video won't be as long as the last couple of videos. I hope you enjoyed this video wherever you're watching it from. whatever day, night, or evening, wherever you are. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed my little story time at the beginning. Let me know if you like that type of intro, because I got a lot of stories. So take care. God bless. I love you. Ciao. Bye-bye.